Nick, European rugby.
Yeah.
Brive again.
Yeah.
Memories.
Funny old draw that we've drawn them again this year. Well, tough for us last year, obviously, sort of none from two. It's always going to be a difficult game when you travel to France. We would have definitely been hoping to do a job on them when they came over here last year. But under no illusions, it's going to be a really tough game. I don't think they're doing fantastically in the league this year. But French outfits at home are always really difficult, so we need to be at our best.
Yes, they're a little bit higher, but still in the lower half of their top 14, I believe. But
That's right.
we know what to expect from really any French team, starting with a big pack.
Exactly, yeah. They sort of breed some monsters over there, don't they? And they take their contact extremely furiously, you know, travelling into the game. So we've got to be our best. We've got to match them up front. Hopefully we'll sort of get some good ball and we can challenge them in the outside channels. You
don't really have many Saturday night games.
No, that's right. You know, obviously at home with Edgeley, sort of a Friday night is the norm, and the other teams that play on a Saturday are sort of Saturday afternoon. So it'll be a different challenge for us. We know we've got a long day Friday travelling, but we'll have plenty of time to sort of adjust to it and be ready to go Saturday night.
So perhaps a trip to the ground in the morning to see what it's like and the state of the pitch, and particularly for the kickers to get their range.
Yeah, I expect so. Certainly on the Friday or the Saturday, we'll get down there and have a look and sort of adjust to the surroundings a little bit. And as I said, we've got a little bit of an advantage because we saw it there last year. But we'll be ready to go.
So when you're on trips, as in France, do you take your own food or eat theirs, or is it all agreed beforehand?
No, I think the sort of the coaching staff have a fair say in what we eat. I'm sure they kind of phone ahead and get a lot of it put in place. But the food's always excellent wherever we go. You know, plenty of sort of breads and pastas when we're in France, which is a nice change. So yeah.
Do the players ever get bored just waiting for the game abroad, or is there plenty to think about?
Yeah, they can be long trips sometimes, especially with the travelling. I think we're travelling sort of early Friday morning, so it'll be a long day with a Saturday evening kick-off. It'll be sort of a lot of waiting around on a Saturday. So we'll get out of the hotel and sort of have a little wander, try and rest up as much as we can, get a bit of fresh air. But you know, it's the same for any away game.
The weather forecast suggests it'll be warmer than last year, home and away.
Right.
Do you remember that game?
I certainly remember the home game, yeah, sort of -10 up in the borders. I think I'll remember that for a long time. But it'd be nice to play in some good weather. Hopefully we'll have a dry night and be able to throw the ball about a bit.
La Via the week after, an unknown quantity, but we'd expect a good win at home.
We'd absolutely be expecting a win. I mean, so we obviously had the Spanish team last year. And they played some really great rugby action and put up a real stern challenge. So we'd absolutely be expecting to win it, but they're never easy games. You know, you've got to play good rugby and sort of stick to what you're doing well to win them.
Hasn't the fixture structuring been rather strange? We've had 2 LVs, 2 Avivas, now 2 Amlin, and then we have Exeter and Bath.
That's right, yeah, sort of a bit of chopping and changing. Takes a little bit of adjusting to and getting used to. But, you know, it's how the season is. There's nothing we can control about that, so we've just got to try and get on with our jobs.
Talking of jobs, we've 2 Italian referees in our first 2 games, and I think you were the captain last year, weren't you?
That's right, yeah.
How do you find that?
Well, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed being captain. It was a sort of great honour to sort of lead the Sharks out and stuff, and something that I'm really proud of.
Are the players sort of conscious that might be different interpretations, particularly at the breakdown?
Well, perhaps. I mean, yeah, sort of that's kind of European rugby. You know, you're going to get foreign refs, and there's going to be different interpretations. But as I said, we've just got to concentrate on what we're doing. Hopefully, take the refereeing decisions out of the game, and we manage the game. And if we do that well, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Steve Diamond continues to sign players, and Richie Gray is this week's news.
That's right. Yeah, the big headlines. Yeah, I mean that's fantastic for us. It's obviously a job well done that they've managed to sign him this early, and he's going to be a huge asset to the club, so we've got a good little Scottish contingency building.
But there's a Welshman, and a proud one as that.
Yeah, well, a little bit of Scottish in me as well, so I'm mixing with all camps.
I should have thought with McLeod there.
That's right, yeah.
All the best.
Yeah, cheers, John.